Isn't it fascinating how in the intricate dance of life we begin to notice something profound? When we look at the world with new eyes, the world begins to look back at us differently. Imagine this for a moment. You're standing at the edge of a shimmering lake, and as you peer into the water, the reflection staring back softens and brightens, not because the water has changed, but because you smiled first. And isn't that the way connection works? You might not realize this until now, but the way you are with others teaches them how to be with you. And as you think about that idea, perhaps you're beginning to notice how true it feels, how deeply it resonates. Because here's the beautiful truth. The acceptance you've longed for begins effortlessly when you just start to embody it. And here's the thing. There's a kind of magic, isn't there, in simply being curious about others. It's like opening a treasure chest, where every person is a mystery waiting to be unlocked, filled with their own dreams, their own joys, their own unique spark. And as you imagine yourself, yes you, leaning in with genuine curiosity, asking the kinds of questions that light up someone's soul, don't you begin to see how the energy, that warmth reflects back at you? And I wonder if you can already feel now how it might feel to let go of being so hard on yourself, to let yourself be softer, kinder, and more accepting of your own imperfections. Because here's the paradox. When you show yourself that same kindness, when you start to notice how much lighter you feel, you'll find it naturally spills over in how you treat others. And isn't it true? The love you give begins to echo back, louder, brighter, fuller. So take a moment and consider this. Have you ever been around someone who just makes you feel good? Someone who listens deeply, laughs easily, and truly sees you? Doesn't it feel wonderful to be around them? And isn't it interesting how, when you notice the quality in someone else, it might just remind you, you can embody that too. In fact, as you reflect on this now, you might already be wondering how good it'll feel to start showing up in that way more and more. Because the more you look for the good in others, the more you find it. And as you find it, you'll start noticing how effortlessly others begin to find the good in you. It's like planting seeds in a garden. The more you water, the more vibrant and lush it becomes. And maybe you hadn't thought of it this way before. But when you become that person who inspires others, who celebrates them, who makes them feel seen and understood, you naturally draw people in, like a magnet. So here's the truth you've always known deep down. Connection begins with intention. And with every small choice to smile, to listen, to care, you're rewiring the way that you see the world, and the way the world sees you. So each moment is a new opportunity to be the kind of person you've always admired, the kind of person that others are drawn to effortlessly. And as you let these thoughts settle, perhaps you're starting to notice how much excitement you feel, how much possibility there is in being curious, in letting go of self-obsession, and leaning into the joy of truly connecting with others. It's as if in choosing to see the beauty in others, you're uncovering the brilliance that's always been within you. And maybe now you realize, yes, this is who you're becoming, more curious, more loving, more accepting. And the best part, it's happening naturally, easily, as if it was always meant to be this way. Because the more you care for others, the more you feel cared for. The more you appreciate others, the more appreciated you feel. And isn't it wonderful to know you've had this power all along? And isn't it curious how, the more you begin to notice, the more the patterns of life begin to reveal themselves. You may have already realized, or maybe you're realizing now, the way others treat you. It's always been a kind of mirror. Not just any mirror, but one that reflects the energy, the curiosity, the love that you send out into the world. And as you allow this idea to sink in deeply, you might begin to wonder, what happens when I send out something different, something warmer, something brighter? Because here's something truly fascinating. Every interaction is like a pebble being dropped into a still pond. The ripples spread outward, reaching places you might even not see. When those ripples carry kindness, curiosity and acceptance, They don't just move outward, they come back. They always come back. Now isn't it amazing to think, by simply shifting your focus from yourself to others, you unlock something magical. Imagine for a moment every person you meet is like a book. And some people, you notice, they're wide open, their pages fluttering in the breeze, just waiting for you to read. Others, their covers, they might be closed. But isn't it exciting to think about how your curiosity can gently coax those pages open? As you begin to truly read someone's story, seeing their dreams, their struggles, their joys, don't you feel yourself lighten up in response? Because the truth is, the more you become interested in their hopes, their desires, their passions, the more those qualities within you begin to shine. It's like holding a candle in the dark. You'll notice how the light not only illuminates others, but also reflects back on you, brighter and brighter. And maybe you've already started to sense how powerful it is to just let go of self-judgment, to stop being so hard on yourself. Because here's the thing. When you release the need to criticize yourself, something shifts. It's like setting down a heavy weight you didn't even realize that you were carrying. And that weight disappears. And suddenly you've more space. Space to care. Space to connect. Space to truly see the people around you. So think about this. When was the last time someone looked at you with real admiration, real acceptance? Do you remember how good that felt? And isn't it exciting to realize you can become that person for others? Yes, you. The one who listens so deeply that people feel heard in a way they've never been heard before. The one who notices the small, beautiful things about others that no one else seems to see. The one who lights up the room, not by demanding attention, but by offering it so freely. And isn't it true? The more you give, the more you receive. It's like a golden thread weaving its way through every relationship, every conversation, every moment of connection. And maybe now you're starting to see how much joy there is in letting go of self-obsession. Not because there's anything wrong with you, but because there's so much more to discover outside of you. So imagine now for a moment, stepping into a room full of people, not as someone seeking to be noticed, but as someone eager to notice, eager to learn, eager to uncover what makes a person unique. And as you see their faces light up in response to your curiosity, you realize something profound. The more you open your heart to others, the more your own light begins to shine. And here's where the magic happens. The more you practice looking for the good in others, their kindness, their strength, their humour, the more you begin to see those same qualities growing within yourself. Because after all, isn't it true? What we focus on expands. It's as if every small act of curiosity, every moment of kindness, is like planting a seed. And as those seeds take root, you can already begin to imagine the lush, vibrant garden that grows. Not just in your relationships, but within you. You become the kind of person others are drawn to, not because you demand their attention, but because you radiate something they can't quite name. And isn't it fascinating to realize this process is already happening? With every word you're hearing, with every thought you're thinking, new connections are forming. New ways of being, they're taking root. And maybe, just maybe, you're starting to notice how easy it feels, how natural it is, to let this new way of thinking settle in, deeply and completely. Because the truth is, this is who you've always been becoming. Someone who's kind, someone who's curious, someone who sees the good in others, and in doing so, discovers the extraordinary within themselves. And isn't it wonderful to know? The more you step into this way of being, the more effortlessly the world opens up to you. Yes, this is your new path now. To see the beauty in others, to celebrate it, to reflect it, and as you do, to discover just how much beauty there is in you.